How y'all doing out there? Left Lane here, coming another video. I guess the title of this video is Tennessee UTEP review and the Florida preview. I didn't see the need to make two videos, so I'm going to go ahead and cover both of those topics in this video. Your final score: Tennessee 24, UTEP 0. This was not the best game. This is not the game you wanted to have when you got Florida coming to town. Excuse me for the video. Screw it here. Defensively, they played good. That was probably, well, I mean, there's a few other highlights, a few other things I want to talk about that takeaways from this game. But when it comes to the offense, this was a struggle. And I'll get into that in just a minute. I want to go ahead and go over the stats, and then talk about a few things. Time of possession, it was in our, I think everything was in our favor except for turnovers. 33-24 to 26-36. First downs 24-7. That's good. 7 first downs. It's a good job defense. We had 14 rushing, 9 passing, and 1 penalty. They had 4 rushing, 2 passing, and 1 penalty. Third downs is another issue. 4 of 12. 4 of 12 against a team that hadn't won in over a year. That ain't going to cut it in the SEC. That is not going to cut it. Now, 2 of 14 for the defense. That's good. That's great. But our offense has to improve on third downs. I mean, if you can't convert on third downs against a team like UTEP, what are you going to do in SEC play? I mean, that's bad. That's very, very bad. Again, the 3 things I have said all year long. Well, not all year, but offensive line, defensive line, and third down conversions. Those 3 are our biggest problems right now. 1 of 1 on fourth downs, they were 0 of 0. Total yards, 498 to 134. Shout out to the defense. Again, it's a lower caliber team, but still 134 yards is a good day. 69 plays to 51. That's an average of, did I write that down? Yes, 8.1 per play to 1.7 per play. Rush yards 345 to 95. And I don't care what team you play. If you can hold them under 100 yards rushing, that's a good day at the office. And then passing was 153 to 39. Shout out to the defense on that. So they were 13 of 19 through the air. No, we were 13 of 19. They were 9 of 23. We didn't have any sacks. Again, defensive line. If you can't sack UTEP, how do you expect to sack Florida, Georgia, Auburn, Alabama? And we gave up 2 for negative 14 yards. Penalties. I didn't think this was an issue, but apparently it was in this game. We were 8 for 65 and they were 6 for 42. 3 touchdowns, 2 rushing, 1 passing. So we turned the ball over twice. Now that only puts us at +2 for the year. And there were no interceptions in the game for either team. Some notables. Jared Garantano was 12 of 16 for 168 and 1 touchdown. Ty Chandler was 12 for 158 and 1 touchdown. Madre London was 9 of 74. Tim Jordan was 13 of 49. And Jared Garantano was 6 for 20. Jeremy Banks was 9 of 45. I don't know if I said that or not. Receiving, Josh Palmer 2 for 64. Brandon Johnson was 4 of 51. Juwan Jennings 3 for 22. On the other side of the other team, UTEP, Loxley was 9 of 22 for 39 yards. Rushing, Trevron was 5 for 33, and Waldley Hughes was 8 for 33. Foster had 2 receptions for 21 yards, and Warren Reddick had 2 receptions for 15 yards. A win's a win, but it really begs the question, how are we going to stack up this year? I mean, maybe we were holding back. I don't know. For years and years, you've always... The Florida game was your measuring stick. Of how good this team is. Every year, you could always... How you did in the Florida game was usually an indication of how the season would go. I don't think that's the case this year. I'm not... Florida's a decent team. We're a decent team. But we're at the bottom. I mean, these two teams were the bottom of the East last year. There was not... We were both 4-8. But yet Florida is favored to win. Defensively, I think we have a shot. Now, the fact that we didn't sack them or turn the ball over is an issue for me. 39 yards, I like that for the pass defense. They're going to be tested. They're going to be tested in this game. But I see improvement in the defense. Not so much on the defensive line, but our pass defense. Of course, we've been playing lower caliber teams. But I still think, even though that Florida is down right now, I still think that this game could be used as a measuring stick to see where this team's at, to see if they have improved from that West Virginia game, how much they've improved. They have got to have a great week in practice I think, in order to win this game, because there are a lot of penalties. That's fixable. That's fixable immediately. That's discipline. The other issues go a lot deeper. Offensive line, defensive line, and third downs. And third downs, that's a byproduct of the offensive line. Now, defensive line, that's a whole nother issue. But I think as time goes on, as the season goes on, this team's going to get better. They're going to gain experience. In-game experience. They're going to continue to get better. Tennessee wins this game. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I think defense is going to be a big factor in this game. The team, and typically this game, the team that runs the ball, has the most rushing yards, typically wins the game. If you go back and you look at the past games in this series, the team that can run the ball wins the game. And right now, I like Tennessee. With Ty Chandler back to 100%, and I want to go ahead and make a correction. I was unaware that Madre London was a senior. I thought he was a freshman. I apologize for that. Jeremy Banks is the freshman. Ty Chandler's the junior. And he redshirt. And then Tim Jordan's a sophomore. So I apologize for that. I just want to go ahead and make that correction on that. It was good to see Juwan Jennings get a few receptions. He was a big factor why we beat them back in 16. So he's going to have a big game. But if our offensive line can't get protection for Garantano, he can't get him the ball. But again, Tennessee wins this game. But we're going to have to improve. That offensive line has got to get better. Now, it's going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight. We obviously know that. Because it's bad. Well, we were 4 of 12 on third downs against UTEP. That is a huge concern. We've got to find a way to get this offensive line better. If I had to pinpoint one issue, that's it. The offensive line. Defensive line, they've got to improve as well. If the offensive line will improve, the third downs are going to get better offensively. But congrats on the win. Again, 39 yards passing, that's good. The more experience these younger defensive backs get, I think the better our defense is going to become. And you're seeing a lot more improvement on defense than you are on offense, which is no surprise because Coach Pruitt is, that's his background. So I'm looking forward to this game. I hope that I'm not wrong, because I want to prove a lot of people wrong. I want to prove that this team is better than what they think they are, especially the Florida fans. And I don't expect to beat Georgia, but I want at least. I'm not going to say that they're going to challenge them, but at least be respectable. I'd be fine with 49-21 or 41-21, something along those lines. Last year was just a complete and absolute embarrassment. But anyway, that's my thoughts on the game. That's my thoughts on the Florida game. Go Vols. We will see y'all next week. Hopefully with another W in the column. I said we could go to Georgia 3-1. I hope that comes true. I appreciate y'all watching. Hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.